Hi Four Fives, welcome to week 2 of remote learning in art. Today we are making an underwater scene using the leaves. Now earlier this week I asked you to go and collect some leaves, all sorts of different shapes. So I've got my collection here. You can see I've collected some branches with leaves still on them. I've got some long gum leaves, I've got some sort of brown tones, I've got some green ones here and some nice shiny ones, I suppose, and some different shapes. So today we're creating an underwater scene. So it could be under the sea, it could be in the fish tank, or a pond. So I've got a white piece of paper. You can do it on A3 or just a normal A4 size, a smaller one, whatever you've got. You might have blue paper, that can be just as effective or whatever. So what you're going to do is you're going to look through your leaves and look for particular shapes that look like fish. So these type of ones are pretty cool, sort of fish looking leaves. Also something that's got a little bit of body or whatever. You don't have to stick with fish. You might have a leaf that could be looking a little bit like an octopus. So you'll have a body, and then you might have lots of these little ones that could be the legs for an octopus. So it's up to you to get creative, anything under the sea. So how I would start mine is that I would focus firstly on making the fish. So I've chosen this little leaf here. So what I want to do now is get a tail. So I'd look through my leaves and try and find some sort of tail shape. So I'm going to choose these two because they're very interesting in colour. So I'll place them down here so you can see that I'm going to start working on tail shape like that. You might see I've already chosen that one earlier and put an eye on that fish. Also going to choose this one because it's a contrasting sort of colour, and these two. This one's going to have bigger fins at the back. Okay, so you can see it's starting to build up. Now I want to add some seaweed. So these type of things are really cool to use, to add in a little bit of seaweed or coral even. So place it around. Again, we're not sticking anything on, we're just having a look at what we've got and what we can create to make our underwater scene look pretty cool. Once you're done with placing things, okay, you can take your leaf off. I just use a black pen or a black Sharpie, texter, whatever you've got, to put an eye on. Okay, so you can draw on these leaves, okay, the harder ones. Anything that's quite soft can be a little bit tricky to draw on. Okay, like that. You can take it off, draw. Always put that pupil in when you draw an eye because it brings your picture to life a little bit. So there. Now, using some bits and pieces, I've got a Sharpie. I'm going to make some bubbles. So you're adding some detail with pencils, textures, paint, whatever you've got, whatever art medium. I've got some Sharpies, textures, pencils here. So create some bubbles, colour things in. You could even draw in some coral as well if you want to add a little bit of extra detail down the bottom. So it's up to you what you would like to create. You can see my underwater picture is starting to come alive. So get busy and see what you come up with and post it to Seesaw. Don't forget to add response to this particular activity for this week. and let's see lots of different underwater scenes from you guys. Okay, happy arting!